Sheena. I'm doing the reverse cookbook project. I started it over the summer. Basically what it is a user has their own database that they put all the recipes that they want to use in, and then when they want to search for something, they search for it based on what like meat and vegetables and stuff that it uses, and it comes back with a list of recipes that match that. And then you can go and select whichever one you want to use. My backend is in Python 3 and SQLite 3. Then my front end is PyQt4 with the QWizard module. So over the summer, I made the database handler and a wrapper type of thing. I did a text-based interface, and I made each individual wizard screen, but had a hard time getting them tied together. So I focused on trying to get the backend tied into each screen before I strung it all together. Then in the past couple of weeks, I've gotten the wizard to be nonlinear so that you can go on all the different paths to get to everywhere. And I tied in all the rest of the functions. Right now, like when you finish like adding a recipe or editing something, it doesn't let you go back to the front and like keep doing other tasks. So I need to change that. Because right now it only gives exact matches, and I want to do some non-exacts as well. And then I'm going to add more layers like side dishes and other stuff, and have it suggest pairs of main dishes and side dishes, stuff like that. So I have a demo. So at the beginning, you choose if you want to do database mode or look up a recipe. So then after that, you choose what type you want to either add or look up. So for looking it up, you just choose whatever type of meat is in there and whatever vegetables you want to use. And so I only added like 3 or 4 things to it so far. And then because it's static, it doesn't like to load all of the stuff when you switch pages, so I had to put in extra buttons, but that's basically it so far. Anyway.
How are you going to try and search messaging?
Yeah, right now it just does like the specific vegetables that you set it with, and I want to be able to have it like if you can match 2 of those vegetables or 1 of the vegetables or something like that, so that it's not exact, because it doesn't give enough results right now. Any questions?
Yeah, there's a couple of questions.
Have you heard of supercook.com?
No.
It's a kind of a reverse recipe search similar to that. It's pretty cool because you can add as many ingredients as you have and search the whole internet for recipes. So it'd be cool if rather than picking just one type of meat, one type of vegetable, another type of vegetable, if it could be more dynamic, if you could, type in what you have in a list form.
Yeah.
Maybe thinking of making that.
I've been given that suggestion a couple of times, but I wanted to finish what I had started before I added that. But I am planning on making it a little more dynamic.
Nice.
One other question.
Oh yeah, I had a very similar comment that it's great to be able to just enter the contents of your fridge and say, that's all I have. I don't have any other stuff. I don't want to go shopping. What can I do with this?
Yeah, I was thinking of it as like the user already had an idea of what they wanted to use. They just didn't know what they could make from that exact set of things instead of a larger set.
Cooking hardware specifications might be important too. Like, I may not necessarily own an oven, but
yeah,
can I make
that's a good idea. The way I figured it was you wouldn't enter a recipe into your own database if you couldn't make it.
Okay.
So.
I
it may not be exactly along the line of your program, but something that I would find interesting is if, like at the end of the day or in the month when I go grocery shopping, I can look back and see like, oh, I made these meals. Like, what groceries do I need to buy? And I'll just take all of those ingredients and put them into a grocery list.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it would be cool if you could put in what stuff you have in the kitchen, and then let's say you have 10 people over and you need to feed 10 people. It would give you all the recipes that you could make with the ingredients you have on hand for that many people.
Okay.
Which is something I don't think any of the websites can do, the ones that keep track of what you have in your kitchen.
Is the set of all recipes, is that something that's like shared across all the users?
No. It's when you first start using the program, you go through and you add your own recipes with whatever you want the search parameters to be. So if you like to modify your recipes, you can go back through and edit it and change how to search for.
But that database is local?
Yes.
The users don't share recipes?
Correct.
Do you know if any of the existing websites have APIs that you can use?
I've been given that suggestion a lot, but I don't want to run into any copyright issues, which is why I haven't done that. Yeah?
So, Telehost World Constellation Winslow does something sort of like this. It's like they do with wines. So you put your food and it tells you what wine you want. And
Oh, that's cool.
you use this on ontology, so you just print properties of your food, and then you do a reverse search through logic to find out like what matches that on the database.
Okay.
Those are all free.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
To go back to the hardware thing, so I go like home sometimes and I'm at school sometimes. So I have an oven at home, but I don't have an oven at school.
Right.
So I wouldn't want to have to keep 2 separate databases. So I guess that would be one reason I have the hardware option.
Okay. Yeah.
I know you said that the databases are local, but it'd be really, really nice if you could add a sort of a central server database. That way, people can upload recipes that they really like, and then other people can favorite a certain user. Say, oh yeah, their recipes are almost always very good. Nice search.
Right.
Include the recipes that they have in their database. That way you can, if you're not a good cook, if you don't have recipes of your own, then go out and find them. If you're a good cook, you have recipes of your own, you already know how to cook, you know what to do.
Yeah.
More often than not.
Okay.
I think like if you wanted to do kind of like that idea, you could use some kind of like peer-to-peer protocol, so that you personally aren't actually hosting the recipes. So just in case somebody does happen to upload some recipe that's copyrighted, it's like it's on their machine and they shared it. So I don't know if there's.
Well, over the summer I took that web development course in the communications department, and so we had to make our website about something specific. So being non-creative, I made it about this. So I already have that mostly made. I just need to take out all of the class-specific aspects of it. And I was thinking about trying to make that live this semester. Yeah.
In order to avoid copyright infringement, you could also basically just comply with DMCA takedown requests. So say the users, when they upload recipes, are agreeing that they own the rights to them, and if they're not, that they're responsible for them. Basically absolves you of any responsibility for what your users are uploading.
Right.
And if they do upload copyrighted material, you're just required to take it down. So